Awesome. Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for your patience. I had some technical difficulties this morning, so bear with me. We've got a lot to cover today for Check It Out, so we're going to get moving right away. So here we go. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Janeé Jackson-Doering. I'm the Youth Services Consultant for the State Library of Iowa. There's my contact info. You can contact me by email or by phone. I'm more than happy to come out to your library too. I've been driving all over the state. I was near the border of Nebraska last week. Super fun. That's a picture of me back home in Davenport. I went to go see my family, and they have a nonprofit organization, and I got to help weed their books. So it was so fun. But that's me in front of the Mississippi River, because that's Davenport's my hometown. But please reach out to me for any youth-related questions, topics, book recommendations, and so forth. And what's our plan? Today, we've got a lot to cover. We've got our storytime standouts. We've got our second and third grade chapter books. We're going to talk about middle grade, graphic novels and mangas, early readers, teen fiction, picture books, and we got some special things thrown into the mix today. We're going to do a Halloween roundup. I'm also going to talk about sources for book recommendations. And we're going to also talk about what I'm reading and some upcoming events. So a lot to get started with today. So our first is Storytime Standouts. What is Storytime Standouts? Those are the best books to use for story times. And I have two for you today. And please pardon me, because I'm looking at two different slides or two different screens because of my notes. The first book is Pirate and Penguin, and that is written by Mike Allegra and illustrated by Jen Harney. This is a hilarious romp. Oh my goodness, I enjoyed this picture book. This hilarious gem is about a pirate who thinks he's found a parrot and brings him onto his ship. Only the bird is not a parrot. It is a penguin. And so he paints the penguin red and "Var ye are, ye the prettiest pirate parrot I've ever seen. Now sit yourself on me stout shoulder like a good pirate's parrot should." So he really thinks this bird is a parrot, but it's a penguin. So he basically asks if the parrot can talk, and he has the parrot try to repeat phrases like booty and batten down the hatches and army undergarments. And the penguin just says honk. And so the pirate is frustrated. He's frustrated that this penguin won't talk. And the penguin walks the plank and jumps back into the water. But the pirate's like, "Oh my gosh, I need you. I'm sorry." And so he just realizes that, he's not a parrot. He's just a unique bird. This is great for a pirate story time or a talk like a Pirate Day themed story time. And our next book is called Have You Seen My Dinosaur? Now, this is a unique book. This is written and illustrated by Helen Yoon. What makes this book so unique? It's about a young child who has this large dinosaur, but the dinosaur goes missing after a bath. And the little girl is trying every which way to find this dino. She made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. She's putting up flyers of "Have you seen my dinosaur?" And there's nothing. She can't find the dinosaur. And she wishes it would rain or snow, or if there was a pile of leaves around, because it's easy to spot the dinosaur. This is a sweet story, and this would be great for an interactive dinosaur story time, because the kids would really have to look at the pictures to try to find it. I put three different copies of the pictures on the screen here. That's the first one to the left is the dinosaur that's all dirty before his bath. And then this second one in the middle, where she says, "I'd find him easy peasy," it's raining, and then the kids can see the outline of the dinosaur, or the dinosaur when it's snowing. But I thought this was a very unique book that would be kind of a different book for a dinosaur story time. and you could pair it with a dinosaur scavenger hunt afterwards in your library. But I thought it was very cute, and I love the artwork because it's told through the young girl's eyes. So pick up Have You Seen My Invisible Dinosaur by Helen Yoon. Okay, we are going to switch gears and move into second and third grade chapter books. And my first selection is The Skull, a Tyrolean folktale. That is written and illustrated by John Klassen. We all know who John Klassen, who wrote I Want My Hat Back. This was a charming folktale to read. If you have not read this, please pick it up. It's super cute, not so scary, but very fun. This received starred reviews in Booklist, Kirkus, Bulletin for the Center of Children's Books, and Publishers Weekly, and it was the #1 Kids Pick Kids Indie list. This is about a young girl named Otilla, who in the story says she finally runs away in the middle of the night. She falls in the snow and she's crying, and she stumbles upon an old house. And she calls out, "Hello, hello." But the only thing she finds in the window is this white skull. And this skull is looking at her. And the skull rolls down. It rolls down to the door, and he says, "I'll let you in on the condition that you must promise to carry him." And she does. This book gave me Tim Burton-esque feelings when I read it. Just the illustrations are gorgeous. They're very charming to look at. And it's just right for that second to third grade crowd. It has the large text. It wasn't so spooky because the skull is showing Attila around the house. She makes tea for the skull. And of course, the tea has nowhere to go but on the seat. It dances with her. And the skull also warns her of the headless skeleton that wants the skull. That middle picture is of the headless skeleton. And he yells, "I want my skull. Give me my skull." Oh, this just oozes with a wonderful, you could do like parts of it for a story time. It's just the right amount of creepy in this retelling. You don't know why she's running away or who the identity of the skull is. It doesn't matter because you're just sucked into the story and you're along for the ride. So definitely pick up The Skull by John Klassen. Our next book is Wednesday and Woof. I just love saying woof, sorry. Wednesday and Woof Catastrophe. This is book 1 in the Wednesday and Woof series. This is written by Sherry Winston and illustrated by Gladys Jose. And this is about Walia. That is her name, Walia, but when she's solving mysteries or trying to solve mysteries, she calls herself Wednesday. And she has a service dog named Woof, and they both love to solve mysteries. They spend time solving mysteries in their father's old red boat. Wednesday has juvenile arthritis, and Woof is her service dog that helps her kind of feel better. If she starts to feel faint, Woof helps her out. And so her and Woof are on the case when their neighbor has lost their cat, Autumn. But Wednesday is finding clues. Autumn wears a diamond collar, and on the ground, she's finding little diamonds from Autumn's collar, and they appear around the neighborhood. So who took Autumn? Was it the group of kids that are hiding behind the bushes? Did they do it? Each chapter, you'll have to find out. Each chapter ends with an adorable visual record of the chapters completed, and it has an occasional word count for each chapter. So it says, "Congratulations, you've read 700 words. Congratulations, you've read 900 words." So this is great for a second grader who is just really fully getting into chapter books. I loved Wednesday's tenacity and her determination, regardless of her disability, to solve the case. This has colorful illustrations, and this is a winner, and I will continue to pick up Wednesday and Wolf. Now we are going to move into middle grade books. And I'm sorry, I'm pulling my notes here. Okay. This is called Wishing Season, and this is written by Anika Mrose Reese. This received starred reviews in Kirkus, Hornbook, School Library Journal, and Publishers Weekly. And this story focuses on Lily. She's a 10-year-old girl in 5th grade, and she just lost her twin brother, Anders, to cancer. Since his death, things haven't been the same. She's lost her best friend, Deandra. Deandra said a really mean comment and predicted that her brother would die, and Lily has never forgiven her for it, and she just fell out of touch with her because she was so angry at her comment. Her mother is distraught. She is so distraught that she copes by lying in bed and contacting a fake psychic to reach out to her son. And it's just so sad. Lily befriends Quinn, a teenager, because that's the only person she can really kind of talk to. And Quinn helps her get her feelings out and communicate her feelings. But here's the weird thing about this story. While she's dealing with this grief, her brother comes back in the form of a ghost. And so they're able to play outside, they're playing on the tire swings, they're relating just how they did when Anders was alive. But he says to her, I'm here, but I can't be here for very long. This was a poignant book. It was a very sad book. It talks about grieving and expressing your emotions when you're hurt, when someone dies, and learning to let go of a loved one. So definitely pick up Wishing Season by Anika Mrose Reese. Our next book is The Fire, the Water, and Maudie McGinn. This is written by Sally J. Pla, and this received a starred review in Publishers Weekly. This is about 13-year-old Maudie. Maudie loves spending time with her father in the summer. She is autistic, but she loves just being with her dad. And one summer, this wildfire, it forces Maddie to go stay with her mother near the ocean. And this throws her off for a loop because she's always spent time with her dad in his cabin. And this whole wildfire just changed everything. And while she's staying with her mother is seeing this man who is now her stepfather, and his name is Ron. But the thing about Ron is that he's always angry, very, very angry. And he's very physically abusive to Maudie. He puts her down, makes her feel worthless, and physically hurts her. And her mother says, you can't tell anyone. You can't tell anyone. Ron didn't mean it. He didn't mean to really hurt you. And so she's finding solace at the beach near the ocean with friends and surfers. When Maudie is speaking in the book, it's almost as if it's a novel in verse. So you have the story, but then you have her point of view. And I liked how it was kind of told with that novel in verse for Maudie. The physical scenes where she's physically being hit was hard to read, but it is a powerful read. So please check out The Fire, the Water, and Maudie McGinn by Sally J. Pla. Our next book is The International House of Dereliction. Hopefully I said that word right. This is written by Jacqueline Davies, and this received a starred review in Publishers Weekly and Kirkus. And this delightful book is about Alice. Alice is 10 years old. And the thing about Alice is that she has moved 11 times. It's a lot. That's a lot of moving. But they're used to it. She's used to it and her family's used to it. Her father renovates homes for a living, and her mother is a college professor. So each home that they move to, Alice and her father have renovated it. So they've made it perfect. And so her mother has been asked by her college to move again for her job. And Alice's mother has basically asked Alice and her husband, okay, I want you two guys to live in this new home with me, but you're not going to fix it up. And the reason why she says that is because she doesn't want to be moved again. So Alice and her father have made this pact not to fix up the new house that they live in. And Alice is checking out the new neighborhood, checking out what's going on in it. And she sees a dilapidated mansion next door. And with the permission of her dad, she decides to help fix it up and repair it. Only she's realizing that the old house comes with secrets, and it comes with 3 ghosts who actually need help too. This was a not so spooky book. It's quirky and fun. Alice has a lot of heart. She's spunky, and she's a great heroine. So definitely check out The International House of Dereliction by Jacqueline Davies. Hey, we're going to switch gears to graphic novels and manga. So our first book is called Frontera. This is written by Julio Amta and Jacoby Salcido. This received a star review in Publishers Weekly. And this is about a young teen named Mateo. Mateo and his family came to the United States illegally from Mexico years ago. They were deported back to Mexico before Mateo's senior year was about to start. And this kid is a smart kid. He gets straight A's, he's studying for the SAT, and he wants to go to college. He wants to build a better life for himself and for his family. He's desperate to finish high school in America. And so Mateo's parents agreed to send Mateo across the border to Arizona so he can live with his grandmother and finish high school. But this journey across the border isn't easy. And he has to travel through the Sonoran Desert. But he has help with a ghost named Guillermo. Guillermo traveled this road 70 years ago on the same route, and he traveled to be closer to his love, Felipe, only he died in the desert of dehydration. This is an LGBTQ supernatural story, and it takes readers through this trek, and you see all the things that Mateo faces. He faces border patrol guards, jaguars, racism, bounty hunters, and high temperatures. This was a powerful read and a very compelling read. So please pick up Frontera. The next book I have on my list is called Two Tribes. This was written by Emily Bowen Cohen and illustrated by Lark Pien. This received a starred review in School Library Journal. And this is about a girl named Mia. Mia is part Jewish, and she is a member of the Muskogee tribe. But she doesn't know this. She's getting used to living with her mom and her stepdad, and she's learning about the role that they have in the Jewish community. And her Jewish identity plays a part in their home and at the Jewish school where Mia attends. Mia wants to know more about her father, who corresponds from her from Oklahoma, but her mother doesn't want to talk about him. She refuses to talk about him. So what do? What Mia does, she had a bar mitzvah and she received all these gifts, all these checks. She takes her checks, cashes the money, and buys a bus ticket to go visit him in Oklahoma without telling her mother. Yeah, pretty bold. This poignant graphic novel is lightly based upon the author's longing to know about her own identity, because she's part Jewish and also part of the Muskogee tribe. I loved how Mia stuck up for herself in this book. There's a scene where the rabbi comes over for dinner with her mom and her stepdad and Mia, and he says this kind of rude comment, and it just sets Mia off. And there's a scene where she finally tells him, look, this is part of my identity. This is who I am. Please respect that. I loved seeing her actually stick up for herself and learn more about her identity. So Two Tribes is definitely worth a read. Okay, we are now on to Eerie Tales from the School of Screams. This is written by Graham Anable. And I got to tell you, this received a starred review from Publishers Weekly. I adored this book. A lot of people know I love horror, but I adored this book. This is about Davis and Emily, their brother and sister, and they're going to school and they're in their classroom, but they're not scared of school because of tough tests or merciless vice principals. That's not what's scaring them. They're scared because their teacher, Miss Nomed, wants her students to present the class with the spookiest, most chilling stories that they can think of. There are 5 stories in this creepy gem, and the last story is a wraparound because it ties everything together. I adored the stories. These are genre-spanning tales. There's from a space crew that's navigating a time loop's fallout to one of my favorite stories. There was a story about a girl who lives with her evil aunt and her uncle, and she's uncovered her father's dismembered remains, and the aunt and uncle killed the dad so that way they can collect his lottery winnings, which went to the daughter. Whew, I gotta tell you, I was like, wow. This was just amazing, an amazing book. If you have fans that loved Goosebumps or fans that are fans of scary stories to tell in the dark, recommend this book. Wonderful illustrations, wonderful stories. I love how it wrapped around, all around great read. Okay, we're going to move on to early readers. And our first book is Poppleton in Summer. This is written by Cynthia Rylant and illustrated by Mark Teague. This is a brand new short story collection from Scholastic's Acorn series, which I adore. This is about the posh and persnickety pig, Poppleton. And Poppleton is enjoying summer. And he enjoys the summer by relaxing on his rooftop, although he gets as pink as a pig when he's trying to tan. He takes his friend Hudson the mouse on a drive for a picnic in his red Jeep, only to get stuck in the mud. And the farm cows, they laughingly help Poppleton out of the muck. And there's the other story about Poppleton enjoying a summer rain shower. So there's 3 short stories in this book. The sentences are simple, they're repetitive for first graders, there's colorful illustrations. In the back of the book, there's a how to draw section where you kids get to learn how to draw Hudson the mouse. And this is there's 6 books in the series. According to Scholastic's website, this is book 4. So if you are looking for more beginning kind of chapter books for that first grade level, check out the Poppleton series and Poppleton in Summer. And our next early readers is called Fox Has a Problem. This is written by Corey R. Tabor. And I'm gonna pull up my notes real quick. This is about our young fox, and our fox has a problem. And the sad thing is, Fox creates problems accidentally for other animals. His first problem, the kite gets stuck in a tree. How does Fox solve the problem? Just haul a huge fan to free the kite along with the other stuck kites in the trees as well. But once all those kites are freed, guess what? They become the bear's problem because they all fly to his den. And so how do you solve that problem? Simple. Just get a vacuum cleaner and suck up all the other kites out of there, and accidentally you suck up the bear in the vacuum cleaner. So this book causes all of his friends to have problems, and they all have to work together to fix things before it's too late. Very funny, simple sentences, a great addition to your early reading collection. And we are going to switch gears, pull my notes to teen fiction. And our first book is called Forever Is Now. And this is written by Mariama J. Lockington. I don't know if you know that name, but she also wrote the book In the Key of Us. It's a middle grade novel. If you have not read that, it's fantastic. So now she's switching gears to young adult for this novel. This book received a star reviews in Shelf Awareness, Kirkus, the Bulletin of the Center for Children's Books, and Publishers Weekly. And this is an LGBTQ novel in verse, and it follows Sadie. Sadie is having a rough time. Her lover, Aria, decides to break up with her, and she just can't take it. I mean, it's a lot for her. On the same day that the couple is breaking up, she and Aria witness a scene of police brutality. They witness a Black woman being thrown to the ground by police because a Caucasian woman said that she was messing with her dog. And Sadie starts to have a panic attack. She is just distraught. She already sees a therapist for her anxiety, and this is just making her anxiety go through to the roof. Because of her anxiety and the scene that she saw, she has decided not to leave her house. And her parents are concerned. They have a therapist that she sees through virtually, and the therapist has diagnosed her with agoraphobia, which is the fear of fear. And this has caused a rift in her life. She has friends that say, hey, well, do you want to go out and protest? She wants to go, and she does go, but she gets a panic attack and her father has to pick her up. It's affecting her social life. She was supposed to go to a writing internship, but she resigned because just of this fear, and it's really taking a toll on her. And so with the help of family, online activists, and an online platform, she's learning to build a safe place inside of herself to find her voice again. There were parts of this story that was very hard to read. There were parts that I was just like, wow, it hit things on the nail. In the back of the book, there's a music playlist for Sadie. There's also resources to help as far as getting help for Black girls, like where to find a therapist. This was a very powerful read. It hit close to home. So definitely check out Forever Is Now by Mariama J. Lockington. The next book on my list is called House Party. I'm down for a good house party. This is edited by Justin A. Reynolds, and this received a star review in Booklist. And all the stories in this book intertwine all throughout one party. So you have a group of seniors, they are graduating, it's their last hurrah, and one of the classmates has decided to throw a big house party. And he has this huge mansion, 2 floors, no parents around. What could go wrong, right? So many things happen at this party. You have these 2 girls who are frenemies. They hate each other in front of other people, but then they go into a bathroom and make out. You have secrets that are spilled out at this party. They also stole the Bayside High School's mascot, the school rivals mascot, Brenda the goat, and you have a goat running around. The cool thing about this book is it's written by different authors. So you have Angeline Booley, Jerry Craft, who also draws a comic illustration, Jasmine Warga, Lamar Giles, and Randy Rebay, to name a few. In the back of the book, there's also a party playlist. So if you have teens that are looking for a good playlist, that's also included in the back of the book. So check out House Party. And our next book is called Where Echoes Die. This is written by Courtney Gould, and this received a starred review in Publishers Weekly. And this is an LGBTQ atmospheric horror story, and it features Beck, who's 17 years old, and Riley, who's 15. They're 2 sisters, and they've arrived from their state in Washington to an isolated Arizona town. And the reason why is because their mother has died, but they are investigating the situation of why she died. Their mother was a journalist and she left behind an unfinished investigation. And right from the get-go, the sisters suspect that it's this town's a magnetic leader whose name is Ricky. And Ricky has a daughter named Avery. And from the get-go, these sisters know that they know more than what they're letting on. Very compelling. If you love atmospheric horror, this is your jam. Check out Where Echoes Die by Courtney Gould. We are going to move on now to picture books. And our first book is called The Munster Mac and Cheese Party. Who doesn't love mac and cheese? This is written and illustrated by Todd Parr. Todd Parr is one of my favorite authors and illustrators. But let me just ask you, have you tried macaroni and cheese with eyeballs? Or added flies to your noodles? If not, the Munsters in the Munster Mac and Cheese Party are waiting for you because they are throwing a party with no humans allowed. And what's their favorite dish? Macaroni and cheese, of course. But the Munsters, each one of them brings their favorite versions of this noodle dish. And Todd Parr loves macaroni so much, he says, that he even added a regular and vegan recipe version of macaroni and cheese in the back of this picture book. This is super fun for a Halloween story time or just a food story time. So definitely check out The Munster Mac and Cheese Party by Todd Parr. The next book is called B is for Bellies, a celebration of everybody, written by Rennie Dyball and illustrated by Mia Sane. This received a starred review in School Library Journal, and this book normalizes the multitude of ways a body can be healthy and beautiful, and it goes through all 26 letters of the alphabet. It is very body positivity. If you have a story time where you're looking at body positivity, or you have youngsters who are looking for body positivity books, this picture book would be the best bet for that. We're going to move on to Like Lava in My Veins. This is written by Derek Barnes and illustrated by Sean Martinborough and Adriano Lucas. I'm going to pull up my notes. This received a starred review in Kirkus, and the person with the flames on his hands, his name is Bobby Beacon. Bobby Beacon attends a new school that helps him control his temper. After being sent to the principal's office, Bobby is placed in a different classroom where the teacher, Miss Brooklyn, helps him cue in on ways to help calm himself. This is a very diverse book. I loved the message of taking 5 deep breaths to calm down. This is a great book if you're trying to build your social emotional collection in your library. It has a positive message for kids, just helping them to find ways to help them calm down. So definitely pick up Like Lava in My Veins. And I know it's early. I know we're in the throes of summer, but fall's approaching. I can't wait for pumpkin spice season. And this is one of the books you should have for a fall story time. This is called It's Fall. This is by Renee Kurilla, and this is a lively and fun picture book, and it asks youngsters, what things do you love about fall? So through the pictures, readers can see all things fall. I attached a picture on the bottom right of your screen, but I love the use of reds, yellows, and orange to illustrate fall in this picture book. They have the red, gold, and orange colors bursting through the trees, scarecrows, mums, and wagon rides, corn mazes, candy buckets, apple ciders, and trick-or-treating. There's simple sentences on each spread, and the illustrations are so warm and cozy. This would be a perfect addition for a fall-themed story time. I can already just smell the apple cinnamon. I can just smell fall. Can you? I hope you can. So definitely pick up It's Fall by Renee Kurilla. And with that, moving into fall, we are going to celebrate Halloween early with a Halloween roundup. Now you're probably thinking, why the heck did I put Halloween books? It's July, Janeé. Why are you putting in Halloween books? There are so many picture books, board books that come out right before October. And I saw these and I thought, man, you need to get these on your radar because they come out so early. And by the time you order them before October, like you wait till September to order them, and by October, they're gone. So I wanted to get some of these books on your radar. And I'm going to pull up my notes. And the first book to your left is called Bruce and the Legend of Soggy Hollow. This is part of the Bruce series, and it's written and illustrated by Ryan T. Higgins. And if you don't know Bruce the Bear, there are so many Bruce the Bear books. Check out that series. But Bruce in this story, he's a bear that just doesn't like holidays. He doesn't like candy. He doesn't like Halloween. Oh, makes me sad. However, the forest animals are determined to get Bruce in the Halloween spirit by reenacting the story of the legend of Sleepy Hollow. Only they called it the Legend of Soggy Hollow. And Bruce has to dress up as the character Ichabod Crane. This is a not so scary picture book for kids. So it has Bruce reenacting the story reluctantly, but you do see a mysterious pumpkin head who is riding on a rocking horse. So it's not so scary, tons of fun. The second book is called The Great Zombie Pumpkin Parade. And this is so cool. It's written by Robert Burleigh and illustrated by Wendell Miner. And the text goes like this: midnight madness, stomp, stomp, stomp. Pumpkin badness, clump, clump, clump. So readers in this book get to join a slime-faced pumpkin, a bubble-eared pumpkin, zipper-toothed slumpkin, a drizzled-mouthed dumpkin, and the rest of the ghostly crew as these spooky, silly zombie pumpkins dance through the darkness. They are celebrating Halloween, and I am all for it. Wendell Miner, I love Wendell Miner. His illustrations are beautiful. Definitely get this book. This would be a fun one to read for a zombie Halloween story time. The next book on my list is called Narwhal, a super scary Narwhaloween. It's part of the Narwhal and Jelly series, and this is book 8 in the series. This is written and illustrated by Ben Clanton. These are graphic novels. If you've never heard of Narwhal and Jelly, these are great books to have in your graphic novel collection. And this is about Narwhal. Narwhal loves Halloween. It's a great excuse for Narwhal to dress up in spooky and silly costumes, like a ghost, a mermaid, or a banana. But Jelly the jellyfish, Jelly's not down with it. Jelly doesn't want anything to do with Halloween. In fact, Jelly just wants to hide. They would prefer to hide until Halloween is over. But there's a scary sea monster that makes appearance in this book. And sadly, the sea monster swallows up Narwhal. So Jelly has to gather up the courage and be brave with the help of some super friends to save Narwhal. So if you like stories about bravery and not too terribly scary, grab Narwhal and Jelly's A Super Scary Halloween. This last book to your right, the black and white, is called Boo. Sorry, I just wanted to say that. A spooky high contrast book. This is written and illustrated by Janeé. This is a board book. And this is very cool because it's high contrast. So it's perfect for babies, young babies and older babies. High contrast books help young babies discover images and see shapes. So high contrast books are great for babies because they're learning to focus. They're learning to focus their eyes on items. And this is a fun addition to your board book Halloween collection. So babies can hear the hoot hoot of an airy owl. They can see a spooky, spooky witch, a little pumpkin, and a bright moon, and a friendly skeleton. And it ends with kids on a spread trick-or-treating. This book is completely in black and white. So definitely, if you are shopping for Halloween books, you want to get these in your cart for Baker and Taylor. So I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about where I get my book recommendations. I had a comment in the last evaluation for Check It Out. Someone had asked, hey, where are you getting your book recommendations? Are you going on Twitter? Where do you get them? Where are you looking? So I wanted to address that real quick. So on this slide, this is really where I look for books to talk about or read. Amazon's books section on their website, I just type amazon.com/books and I search the coming soon section. And also the cool thing about the Amazon books section, you can narrow it down. You can narrow your parameters down to what age range you're looking for. Barnes and Noble, I go on barnesandnoble.com a lot because I get emails from them. I sign up on their email list. And I get a lot of emails tailored to me, whether it's kid books, teen books, adult books. I get on their mailing list and I get emails a lot about recommendations that I should check out. Let me see. I'm going to pull my camera over here. Book Page magazine. I don't know. I'm going to hold it up. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Book Page. Yes, no, maybe. You can answer in the chat. Okay, yes, I see some people saying yes. Book Page is a wonderful source for reviews and upcoming books. Every time I grab one of these at my local library, I'm always putting something on hold because I want to read it. They have great reviews, whether it's for adults all the way down to children and babies. So definitely use your Book Page magazines. Go on bookpage.com. Bulletin of the Center for Children's Books. That is a website created by the University of Illinois, and they have a monthly publication where they send out reviews of starred reviews of children's and teen books. If you go to their website, they have the current month displayed on there, and then you can click on the reviews. They have starred reviews on there, so that way you can see what has been starred for that month and for the previous month as well. A lot of people don't know about Read Brightly. It's called Brightly on their website, or on their webpage, but on their website, it's called readbrightly.com. If you have not checked out readbrightly.com, you should. They have awesome recommendations for kids ages 0 to 18. They have different activities that you can do. It's just a really cool resource and another way to get a list of recommendations for different age brackets, especially that 2nd to 3rd grade crowd, which I hear a lot. We need more 2nd grade books. We need more 3rd grade books. Definitely check out readbrightly.com. Publishers Weekly, I sign up for their children's school spotlight newsletters a lot, so I get them emailed to me. But they also have a children's page, and I put the link there. The link or that site has author reviews, author interviews, reviews of books that they've currently reviewed. It's a great resource. So definitely check out Publishers Weekly's children's page. Of course, School Library Journal, that's going to be your go-to for all things youth and teen, whether it's books or crafts or their teen librarian toolbox where they have teen reviews. School Library Journal is going to be your best bet. Shelfawareness.com. Has anybody heard of shelfawareness.com? Anybody? No. Okay. Shelfawareness.com is a great resource too, because every Friday they post a newsletter on their website, and it has starred reviews for adult fiction, nonfiction, children's fiction, teen fiction. So every Friday they do this, and you can get their newsletter emailed to you, so that way you can see all the things they got starred reviews. Also, when you go to their website, you can look at the previous newsletters as well if you've missed an issue or whatnot. And, excuse me, other recommendation sources, Indie Next List for Kids. I don't know about you, but I love going to bookstores. I'm a sucker for a good bookstore. I mean, my husband and I, we go to a lot of libraries when we go to bookstores on the weekends. We kind of make it our date, kind of like our date day thing. But the bookstore that we go to, it's called Reading in Public, which is in Des Moines. It's downtown Des Moines, like in Valley Junction. That bookstore, they give out these, I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. It's a Indie Next List for Kids. They have these handouts, and every month they pick their Indie Next picks for kids and teens. They also post it on their website as well. But I love picking these up because it has so many starred reviews or good reviews for kids and teens. So definitely, if you have time, check out their website, so that way you can pick up lists of their Indie Next List for kids. To your right, we have YALSA's The Hub. The Hub, let me pull up that real quick. The Hub is basically a teen collections blog that's created by YALSA. It provides timely information about practices for evaluating, selecting, and curating materials in support of teen collections and content curation. So if you're looking for graphic novels, teen fiction, this is the place to go. I see a lot of current books on there for teens and tweens. So that is a great resource. And I just stumbled onto that, about 4 weeks ago. I was like, what is this? So definitely check out YALSA's The Hub. This same individual also asked me if I follow people on Twitter. Yes, I do. I reluctantly got back on Twitter. I'm not a fan of Twitter, but so much stuff is on Twitter. A lot of publishers post lots of things on Twitter. So if you are on Twitter, these are the institutions I follow: Simon Kids, that's Simon & Schuster; Candlewick Press; Random House Children's Books; the ALSC, that's the Association of Library Services for Children; Scholastic; Penguin Kids; the Society of Children's Book Writers. But those are some of the institutions I follow on Twitter. And I hope this is helpful. I really hope this is helpful. So if you have any more questions, please let me know. Let's see. So we're going to go now to what I'm reading. So what am I reading right now? I'm reading a ton, but these 4 books are sticking out to me right now. This is called Dead 11. This is by Jimmy Giuliano. It is about this creepy island where everyone has a strange obsession with the year 1994. I don't know why. 1994 was horrible. And it's about Willow, this woman who arrives there who hopes to learn the truth about her son's death, only she finds herself being pulled deeper and deeper into this bizarre community with these complicated rules. Very creepy, very atmospheric, just real downright horror. I'm all for it. And that's adult fiction. The second book is called Built to Move: The 10 Essential Habits to Help You Move Freely and Live Fully. That's by Kelly and Juliet Starrett. And I just wanted something to help with stretches. So this is a great book that teaches stretching techniques. and it has 10 mobility tests and 10 practices to help you build body support. I just wanted something to help with stretching and moving better and just getting myself moving a bit more. The third book is called The Bellwoods Game, and that is written by Celia Crampon. That is a middle grade novel, and it's set in 1982. And on Halloween, a sixth grader named Abigail Snook disappeared in the Bellwoods forest behind Beckett Elementary. So every Halloween, the Beckett's sixth graders have to play this Bellwoods game, or her ghost will terrorize the town for the next school year. Creepy middle grade novel. I'm all for it. The last book on my list is They're Vicious Games, and it's written by Joelle Wellington. This is a teen fiction novel about a young Black student who is trying to get into an Ivy League school, no matter what the cost is. So these are on my to-read list for what I'm reading this month. And I gotta hurry because we got a couple more minutes left. Giveaway time. We will give away 3 Check It Out prize book packs. The packs will be sent via Iowa Shares. And congratulations to our June winners, Laura Thomas of Fort Atkins Public Library, Rachel Majerus of Stewart Public Library, and Christine Louis of Early Public Library. And don't forget, we have upcoming events. Make sure you save the date for our Pop YS Youth Services Con. It is coming up April 8th through 9th of 2024 at the Gateway Hotel and Conference Center in Ames. We will open up registration links in early 2024, so make sure you stay tuned for more information. We've been planning for this like crazy, so it's crunch time for all of us here, so I'm very excited. Also, we have upcoming events next week. We have our Lunch with the State Library series on Thursday, August 3rd, 12:15 to 12:45. We will be talking about Brain Fuse, and you can learn about the different Brain Fuse resources that we have. There's the Help Now for students, teens, and college students, which is perfect for going back to school. And we'll be talking about Job Now, Vet Now. So bring your lunch, sign up on Iowa Learns, and join us for Lunch with the State Library. And Pop YS Live, the live webinars are coming back. We are kicking off the Pop YS Live webinars on Wednesday, August 9th with Baby Bounce Basics. That will be from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. And we're going to talk about basically baby story time. Why do we hold a baby story time? What is a lap bounce? What is a baby bounce? For those of you who have been doing story times and conducting baby story times, to those who are just learning about how to conduct a baby story time, we're going to go over those basics, and we'll have some lap bounce demonstrations as well. And also, this has been a biggie. I am so excited that we are offering this. We are offering collection cultivation. Now you're probably wondering, what the heck is that? This is a 4-part reading series from the State Library of Iowa, and it's designed to give public librarians an overview of maintaining their library collections through weeding. We'll have different dates for this. You can go to all of the sessions or one of the sessions, however you want to do it, but each session will be recorded. August 1st, we'll have weeding basics. August 15th, data-driven weeding. August 22nd, we'll talk about weeding the youth collection. And August 29th, wedded to weeding. That's going to be a 3-practitioner panel. So definitely sign up for that. We have a lot of people registered for already. So thank you guys for signing up, and it'll be amazing. I'm so excited that we can do this. And with that, oh my gosh, with a few minutes to spare, we made it. We did it. I can't believe it. The links for all of these events, if you are looking to register, Angela has kindly put the links in the chat so you can register at Iowa Learns. And thank you guys so much. I can't believe it. We made it.
Are there any questions?
Yes, please share questions.
And Janeé, I was going to ask you, have you ever used Edelweiss?
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's a great question.
Here,
Yes.
I'll put that one in link. When I worked in public libraries, I remember a children's librarian like waxed poetic about that site, especially because you can get publisher copies digitally. So I didn't know what you thought of it.
Absolutely. Edelweiss is a wonderful resource to download free digital galleys so you can read books ahead of time and you're able to book talk of them. Yes, definitely get Edelweiss on your radar as well. That's a great collection development resource. I hope this was helpful to everybody. And if you have any questions, please put them in the chat or put them in your evaluation. I do read them. I do take what you guys say into consideration, because the more that you tell me, the more that then I can help you going forward. Oh, yes. Thank you, Kelly. Wonderful question. So for the check it out for August 29th, we had to move it up from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. just for August because of a webinar. So it will be from 11 to 12 moving forward in September, but only just for Tuesday, August 29th. So I just wanted to make sure I reiterated that. Thank you for the question. Any others?
And can I just say, I now need to go check out the skull.
It's so good.
I'm like, that one looks so good. And I don't know if you'll do this, but I would love to know what everyone's favorite Halloween book is. Like for me, it's Ray Bradbury's The Halloween Tree. That one's a classic.
My goodness. Oh, I'm trying to think for Halloween.
So fun.
Well, I loved reading Go Away Big Green Monster. I loved reading that.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's my favorite time of year. So yeah, see another, The Skull. We need more like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the new Bruce book. Yeah. Makes me miss the children's department at the library. I need to.
So much fun stuff, man.
Absolutely.
My poor husband, he's like, how many books did you check out now? Because I come home with bags and bags of books. He's like, oh my God, how many books?
Just tell him at least you're not buying them all.
Right.
All right. It looks like we are at almost the noon hour. So if there's no other questions, thank you, Janeé. Thanks everyone for showing up today. And we look forward to seeing you very soon.
Yes. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful afternoon and stay cool.